How to save money on wedding flowers. Planning a wedding can be one of the most difficult, stressful tasks. A wedding requires attention and careful budgeting, as different purchases can add up and become expensive. One of the most tedious tasks is creating the flower arrangements. You may want flowers at your wedding, but they can be extremely expensive. If you are looking for ways to save time and money on flowers, this article will provide different suggestions for you to choose from. Steps. 1. Keep an eye out for sales. Although flowers can be expensive when ordered in large quantities, they can be less costly if you take advantage of coupons and discounts. Find different flower shops that offer low prices. 2. Hire a professional florist. Finding a person who is experienced with flowers can help you manage your budget. A professional will be able to arrange flowers at your wedding once you tell him what you envision. Communication with your florist is important, as you will need to explain in detail your expectations. Once you have told him your vision, step back and allow him to do his job. Be sure that the florist understands your theme and budget. One common mistake that people make is forgetting to include flowers in their budgeting plans, then later realizing that they won't be able to afford them after all the other purchases. Be sure to communicate your ideas to your florist as early as possible so that he can give you the best suggestions. 3. Order pre-made flower arrangements. Making these purchases can save a lot of time and effort, especially if they're ready to be set up as soon as they arrive. This will also prevent you from having to hire an expensive florist, although you may still want to find a cheap one to give you advice on finding the right, complementing colors for your theme. You can find pre-made flower arrangements online at low prices. 4. Recycle flower arrangements. Although you may be tempted to fill the entire building with flowers, it becomes a waste when you and the guests move to another room. Rather than spending loads of money on different arrangements, have volunteers move them with you as you go. Set up the flowers in the new location so that their beauty can be appreciated. For example, flower arrangements from the wedding ceremony can become centerpieces and decorations for dining tables. 5. Make your own flower arrangements. It not only saves money but also allows you to express yourself in the pieces. Understand that creating your own arrangements can be a difficult process, so you should take on this project only if you are experienced. Although they may seem simple, DIY projects can quickly become overwhelming and sometimes end up costing more than if you simply hired a florist. If you still wish to create some of your own flower arrangements, you could hire a florist and allow him to complete one part of the work while you do the other. However, be sure that your themes and color choices complement each other's, otherwise, you may end up with clashing arrangements. Constant communication is important. 6. Use a variety of colors. One common mistake would be to stick to one color in flower arrangements. However, it is best to mix a handful of complementing shades in order to create a stunning effect. Guests will be least likely to notice that you didn't use many flowers, as they will be too distracted by the beautiful blends in the arrangements. If you use the same color throughout all of your arrangements, the effect will fail to leave a good impact upon people, and they will definitely notice the few flowers used. 7. Include a mixture of cheap and expensive flowers. Sometimes, a few expensive flowers can leave a bigger impact than if you put together bouquets of cheap ones. Do not be afraid to include room in your budget for several pricey flowers, but beware of purchasing too many. Also, including expensive blooms will allow you to use less flowers, which ends up saving money. Tips. Don't get married on or near a holiday, such as Christmas or Valentine's Day. Shop during the season when flowers bloom or are cheapest. It's smarter and much cheaper than asking a florist for flowers not in the season. Warnings. Asking for flowers that are not in season during the time of your wedding will be more expensive than asking for flowers that are in season. Don't ask a florist to ship flowers from a foreign country, as it will be expensive.